From the news media's point of view, embeds are an absolutely essential part of coverage of any military operation. You've got to have reporters who are covering the headquarters. You have to have reporters who are covering the briefings. You need reporters who are covering the civilian side of things. You need reporters who are operating independently. But once the fighting starts, you absolutely have to have reporters embedded with ground troops, because this is where you see the ground truth. This is where you can have independent eyes on what is going on, and this is where you have people who can independently tell the public that this is what's going on, this is what's happening. You can talk to the 19-year-olds and you can actually see what's happening on the ground. Now, there's always some concern that if you are embedded with troops, that the military is only going to allow you to see what they want you to see, or they're going to use you for propaganda purposes or something like that. That's always a good thing for reporters to be aware of and to be wary of. But usually it's not much of a problem, and it certainly was not in the Fallujah campaign. Now, certainly we knew from the very beginning that bringing me along on this operation was part of the military's I.O. campaign. The military wanted to get the word out that Iraqi troops, Iraqi commandos, were front and center in this operation, that this wasn't just an American military operation, it had an Iraqi face on it. And clearly they felt the best way to do that was to have independent news media there on the scene, filming it and reporting on it. And so from that standpoint, it did serve a military purpose. But from our standpoint, as long as what we were reporting was true, as long as what we were reporting and showing really did happen, and as long as no one was telling us this is what you can report and this is what you can't report, other than the normal security considerations, as long as no one was directing our coverage, then it's fine with us if it serves a secondary purpose of helping the military. Our job as reporters is not to try to help the military or to hinder. Our job is to stay out of the way as much as we can and to report things as accurately and as objectively as we can. And embeds are a critical part of doing that, and it can work in both the public's favor and in the military's favor if it's done properly, as it was done in the Fallujah campaign.